Why doesn't Victor make the creature a bride in Frankenstein? The bride's a very interesting character to discuss in the Frankenstein mythos, as despite having iconography nearly on par with Victor and the creature himself, the thing is, the bride isn't actually a character in the book. She's a theoretical character. She exists in concept as something the creature demands that Victor makes him in order to ease his pain. However, she's never fully made. While the creature has always been a tragic character, in the past few years, discussion around Frankenstein has become very interesting due to how people view Victor and the creature's relationship and how much sympathy is given towards the creature, especially in regards to him not having a companion. The creature from Frankenstein falls into an interesting category of character, where he is adapted and viewed as a very tragic figure. However, some key aspects of his personality are forgotten or left out of most adaptations. I would like to discuss those. After being brought to life, the creature is looking for companionship. As he wanders the countryside, he is originally met with scorn as people are terrified of his face. He eventually finds himself in a small hut with a small family by it. Initially, the creature chooses to observe them from afar, never interacting with them directly, but occasionally doing small acts of kindness such as bringing them food when no one is looking. Along with the letters in his jacket, as he observes this family, he begins to learn how to speak and write. Not only that, but he also begins to desire a relationship. One day, when the remaining family was out, the creature introduces himself to the blind man. He introduces himself as someone with friends. However, these friends was the blind man and his family. And when the family returns, they're terrified to find some giant creature lurking over the blind man. And once again, the creature is denied companionship. The creature then sets out to find his creator, Victor Frankenstein. In doing so, he comes across a young William Frankenstein. While initially they're friendly to one another, when he discovers William's last name is Frankenstein, he goes into a rage and immediately murders the child. He then frames the housemaid of the Frankenstein family, Justine, resulting in her eventual execution. The creature then confronts his creator, Victor, demanding a companion, a female companion, an Eve to his Adam. While Victor initially confronts the creature with a shocking amount of compassion, he is fairly cautious about creating another creature for the creature. And while he originally agrees to make the creature a bride, as years go by, Victor delays this project until he eventually settles on not creating the bride. And in his rage, the creature goes on a rampage, destroying Victor's family. He murders people close to Victor, such as his old friend William, but most importantly, he murders Victor's fiancée, Elizabeth. And here lies an incredibly important aspect about the creature's personality that so many adaptations forego. Why doesn't the creature just harm Victor? He does consider it. Not only would it be more effective, but far less people would get hurt, as he views Victor as the main proprietor of all his suffering. More importantly, why does he murder Justine, Victor's fiancée, on their wedding night? Well, this is related to the first question as to why Victor didn't make the creature a bride. And it has to do with the creature's idea of relationships and how he treats women. Victor actually has a handful of reasons as to why he thinks he should not make the creature a bride. From ideas of destruction, with the creature already causing so much damage on his own in such a short time, the idea of two and even a potential whole race terrified Victor. However, he also did not make the creature a bride for simple reasons that the creature would never consider. Mainly, what if she doesn't like him? Well, the creature does claim that he would move with his bride to South America where they would be miserable together, where they would never bother anyone. He doesn't consider the bride's own autonomy. Victor at this point understands that his creations have their own autonomy and personality he cannot control, and there is the potential of the bride not being attracted to the creature, or the potential of the bride not wanting to go to South America. And the creature does not care. While the creature has incredible intelligence, being able to develop very fast, the thing is he's never developed an actual relationship with anyone. All he has for a frame of reference is watching people from afar, the notes in his jacket, and sections of the Bible. It's an undeniable tragedy to the character for sure, but it's also why the creature rarely considers other people's emotions and autonomy in relationships. It's why he tried to kidnap a child to raise him to not be scared of him. It's why he doesn't care that Justine and William are dead. It's why he attacked Elizabeth and not Victor, despite the fact Elizabeth has done nothing to the creature. It's why he wouldn't care if his bride didn't love him and didn't want to be with him. And it's why Victor didn't make the creature a bride.
These are for you. But